Hi, this is Elizabeth from Gabriel Family Adventures, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a review of the Legoland Hotel in Carlsbad, California. And we've stayed here twice. We love it so much. Our kids, the first time we went, our children were 3 and 5, and then we went back when they were 4 and 6, and both times had an amazing experience. So I'm going to share a little bit about what to expect when you check in, some different things that the hotel has to offer, some fun, unexpected surprises, as well as different options that you can have when it comes to booking your room. So here we go. Getting to the Legoland Hotel can be a little tricky if you are flying into the area. If you fly into the San Diego airport, you have about a 45-minute drive to Carlsbad from the airport, and that doesn't include your time renting a car if you need to. And once you get to the hotel and parking is really convenient. You can even park in the front, have valet parking if you choose, or you can drop off your luggage and go park where the parking lot is right next to the hotel. And when you walk in, full disclosure, it's a little overwhelming. There's a lot of color, there's a lot of sound, kind of sensory overload for the adults. The kids, it's like they're in heaven. They were so excited. The first time we went, we actually didn't get to the hotel till after 10 o'clock because of how long it took to get our rental car and get checked in and all that kind of stuff. And so they were just on cloud nine. They didn't want to go to sleep. They just wanted to run around, and there's Legos everywhere. There's Lego play areas. There's these awesome figures, you know, Ninjago, Lloyd Garmadon, which is my son's favorite character of all the Lego characters. There's a huge one there, so they were just so happy. But the check-in process is really quick. It's easy. There is a gift shop right next to the check-in desk, so just fair warning. There's lots of opportunities to buy things or have your kids pressure you to buy things. So pace yourself when it comes to that. Once you get used to the inundation of primary colors, you're going to love it because the kids are so happy and they have the opportunity to run around in an incredibly safe environment, be entertained in all corners of the hotel. There's even this really funny whoopee cushion that you can stand on that makes fart sounds. So of course the little kids think that's hysterical. And you can even go into the elevator and there's a disco dance party every time the elevator starts, which we didn't know about at first because we were on the first floor. But employees from the hotel kept asking, like, oh, have you been in the elevator yet? And we said, no. Why would we do that? And so then we finally went in, and truly, if you're bored, you can just go up and down the elevator a few times and it's so much fun. So overall, very entertaining area. The hotel isn't very big, so it's kind of hard to get lost, which is nice. And a lot of visual stimulation throughout the hallways of the hotel. You walk through the different kind of themed sections and you know exactly where you are at any given time.
There's a disco globe up there. Disco globe!
When it comes to eating at the hotel, there are a few different options. There's Bricks, which is a buffet, and you can also sign up for a character dinner there. And I will say that the characters were not, I thought it would be more Lego characters, but it was more pirates and I guess real people dressed as pirates instead of the big Legos, which is what we were kind of looking for. But the food was surprisingly good. My husband was so excited because they had prime rib and it was pretty tasty. They have all the kids' staples, rice, macaroni and cheese, you know, all the things that you can kind of guarantee that your kids will eat. And of course there's soft serve ice cream at the end with sprinkles, so that was a big hit with my family. You can also go to the Skyline Cafe, which is just right across a little walkway, and I recommend the pizza. It's so good. But they have drink specials for the grown-ups after a long day of amusement parking. So you can have an adult beverage if you want. You can also have the food from Skyline delivered to your room or out to the pool, which I will talk about the pool a little bit later. But that was a pleasant surprise. I didn't think I would like so much. But the food overall was good. Bricks does get a little redundant if you're staying for more than a few days, but it gets the job done. If you're only there for a couple of nights, definitely eat there. The characters are very fun and nice and can do tricks and things like that. There's also a coffee shop. There's coffee in your room, but you can go, there's a little coffee shop with some cereal and pastries and stuff like that out by the main lobby. So those are your 3 main options for dining at the Legoland Hotel. There is a gym facility available. It consists of about 2 bikes, a few treadmills, and some free weights. So if you're in a pinch but want to get a good workout in, maybe if the kids are still sleeping, if they're tired from the day before, all the fun at the amusement park, you can go there. I did try to go a few times, and I always felt better, of course, after I exercised. But nearing the end of both of our trips, I slacked off a little bit. But that's okay. It's vacation, right? One pleasant surprise that we found out when we got to the hotel is that they have every night a disco dance party in a room that is between the restaurant and the elevator, where they have one of the characters playing music, and there's disco lights, and it's really fun. Some of the characters will dance with the kids, they'll dance with you if you're feeling like dancing, and our kids loved it. They wanted to go every night, even if they were super tired, they still wanted to go and at least dance for a couple of songs and do a conga line and stuff like that, because they just thought it was so cool. So that was a fun little surprise to kind of spend that last little bit of energy before you hit the sack. Okay, so the rooms, where are you going to stay? We stayed in 2 different size rooms and 2 different themes, so I'm gonna go over both of those. We wanted to stay in the Ninjago themed rooms because our littlest is just obsessed, like I said, with Lloyd Garmadon and all the ninja characters. And our daughter actually loves Nia, the girl ninja. So we wanted to stay, but the Ninjago rooms sell out very quickly. I think they're the most popular rooms. So if you're planning ahead, definitely if you want the Ninjago room, you're gonna have to book it well in advance. So the first time we went, we stayed in the Kingdom Suite, and it was so much bigger than what I thought. You walk in and it's super decked out. There's Legos there that you can play with. There's a spacious sitting area, and then you walk over and there's a king-size bed as well as a nook that has bunk beds and a 3rd trundle bed. So you could fit a very large family in one of the suites. They have a coffee maker with also a hot cocoa option. They have juice, they have water. They have these cute little ice buckets that are in the shape of Lego heads that the kids thought were hilarious. So the room itself was spacious. It was great. You'll see a little video tour of the room itself. And we really felt like it was more than enough space for the few nights that we were there.
What? Let me see that. These are Lego Prince Frog. He's so cute. Yes. Oh no, these are Wow! Look at the bed. Where's the treasure chest? I wanted to play with Legos.
This is ridiculous.
Where's the treasure chest? These are my bed.
What?
Oh my gosh, guys, look at that.
Open. Gotta go.
So every room comes equipped with a treasure chest that you have to find a code to unlock, and there's Lego toys in there for the kids to keep. They're these little packages that you can put together, and the kids can take them home. So it's a code that you're given a piece of paper when you check in, and there's 4 different tasks. You have to go count different things around the hotel. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. And then those numbers total up to the code. So pro tip, if you get in really late, or if you're tired, or if the kids are kind of wiped but they really want to open the treasure chest, you can Google the code. They update it every few months, so look for the most recent date on a given forum, and you can Google the code. I did that our first trip because we got in so late. The second time we went on the scavenger hunt, and it was a blast. But if you just don't have the time or energy, just Google it. It's okay. But what's great about the treasure chest is that they replenish it, the housekeepers replenish it every day. So you get 3 new packages of fun toys every day that you can assemble, or it's kind of a scene from something. So I think we had a police officer, we had a scuba diver, and fun things for them to play with. And there's always 3 because there's enough room for 3 kids in every room, even the smaller rooms. So if you have fewer than 3 children, it's great because then you have an extra package. Or it's not so great because then if you have 2 kids, then they want to figure out who gets the 3rd package. But it's fun, and if you're kind of wiped out from the amusement park, a lot of kids, mine included, say, oh, I'll go back to the room and play with Legos. So you can get some nice downtime in an air-conditioned room and just let them play with Legos and be creative. So that's an awesome little perk. The second time we went to Legoland, we were only staying for 2 nights, and so we decided to book the smaller room, the kind of standard room, and we didn't think we needed as much space, and so we booked the pirate theme just to mix it up a little bit. And like the Kingdom Suite, when you walk in, it is floor to ceiling pirates with the Legos, with the treasure chest, all that good stuff. The bathroom is adorable. It does feel a lot smaller than the suite, so if you're staying for longer, something to think about. And it does have the nook with the bunk beds and the trundle beds, so there is room for a family of 5, but it is a little tight. The great thing about the hotel, though, is you're not actually in your room that much unless you need kind of some downtime, that you can go out all over the grounds of the hotel or walk. The amusement park is just a minute's walk away, so you don't have to be in your room that much. But when you are there, you are definitely in the pirate theme. It's all pirate stuff everywhere, and it's so fun. The kids just love it. It's really great.
Oh, no.
Because monkeys really love bananas.
They do.
What's in here?
Libby, don't turn the lights on. That's somebody else's room.
Hi, monkey. Look at the monkey.
Something that people may not think about when they book the hotel is the swimming pool, because you think, oh, I'm going to book the hotel so it's close to the amusement park and that's where I'm going to spend all my time. But if you want some downtime, or if the Chima water park is just a little too crazy and busy for you, you can go to the hotel pool and it's really fun. They have these big floating Legos that you can build with. They have lifeguards on duty, and they also have life jackets available for the kids, so it feels very safe. There's a separation between the shallow end and the deep end. You can rent a cabana if you want. We didn't do that, but you can rent a cabana that has snacks and drinks and things like that in it. We never had trouble finding pool chairs. We would sometimes go after riding on rides for a while to kind of have some downtime, go to the pool, relax a little, let the crowd die down at the amusement park, and then if the kids had some energy, go back to the amusement park because it is such a short walk away later on when the crowds are definitely a lot less than they are kind of in the morning and midday. So if you go later, it's a little cooler and gives you that kind of fun time to not have to wait in as many lines. But definitely check out the pool. Don't forget your swim stuff if you're going. Southern California has beautiful weather pretty much year round, which is why it's so great. So bring your swim stuff, you won't regret it. And overall, have an amazing time at Legoland, California. The hotel is a blast. The amusement park, which I'll be sharing in another video, is really great for younger kids, that they, even if they're not into Legos, they will be after they go on this trip. So it's a lot of fun. Enjoy yourself and subscribe to see more adventures in the future. Thank you.